Well, hey guys, Silly Tuck here. I'm in better shape now than I was last episode. Just so you guys know. I was going to say just for you guys to know, but like that's kind of weird. People don't say that. So anyways, this is CyberSlam, and I'm really excited to get this show out because it contains probably the biggest match of the series so far, and I think a match that, to be honest, I don't know if I built it well. I hope I built it well. The Van Dam versus Dreamer kind of final match here. Van Dam is on his way out. If he wins tonight, that is. Tommy Dreamer has an opportunity to not only stop Rob Van Dam from leaving, hurting him on an emotional level, helping ECW on probably a exposure level. Rob Van Dam, a really, really good big star for us. But he also has the opportunity to stand up for the people. He has an opportunity to stand up for each and every single person who's, I don't want to say watching this series, but I guess you get the idea. Every single person who's ever felt like this company was something different, that it somehow felt different, it stood for something different. And I think most of the time it does. Tonight we also have the tag team title match between the Dudley Boys and the FBI. That's kicking off the show. We only have a 2-match card tonight, but they're 2 pretty damn big matches. One of them, like I said, the tag title match, the other one being probably the biggest match of the series thus far. So, without further ado, I'm just going to quickly make sure we're in Hammerstein. Of course we are. Let's run the show. We're going to open up with Paul Heyman. And Heyman says, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ECW CyberSlam. We're extremely excited to be bringing you this event tonight. We've got 2 big matches. Runs down the 2 matches. I already talked about the tag title match and Van Dam versus, I was supposed to say Lynn Dreamer. But that's not why Paul's out here. Because he could get Joey to welcome us to the show. But Paul's out here for a different reason. Paul Heyman says, last week I received some news. Last week I received some insight from our amazing office staff here at ECW. And next week I've got something special. We have something special. Together, we have something special. The news that I've got may very well change the future of ECW. And this news, I would say, by all means, in every imaginable way, is big. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking out ECW CyberSlam. We hope you all enjoy. And without further ado, I hand it over to our extremely capable ECW roster. Cut backstage to the Dudley Boys. And Bubba's sitting there, getting ready. Devon is getting ready. Bubba looks up at the camera and he says, right now is the time for action. Last week was the time for words, and I said a phrase that stands truer than any other phrase spoken in the history of this country. When the Dudleys do what the Dudleys do, the Dudleys destroy. And tonight, the FBI is going to end up like everybody else. Devon, let's kick some ass. And then just as they both go, and then Devon runs back onto the camera and says, "Oh, brother, testify." And our tag team champions, the FBI, make their way to the ring. What song do they come down to? They come down to that remix of Staying Alive, right? I forget who it's by, but if you look up Staying Alive remix, you can hear it. You can hear what I'm talking about. I think it's pretty cool. But then again, I think Staying Alive's cool. So yeah, you can look that up right now on YouTube and listen to it if you want. For a little bit of a feel about what this segment's like. They make their way to the ring, belts over their shoulders. Guido comes down. You remember like TNA or whatever, how for a little while Angle would come out and he'd have like, I don't know if it was like a jacket or what it was, but he had something with like the American flag to the back of it. It's the Italian flag. Little Guido, the real Italian hero. He walks down to the ring. Tracy Smothers is kind of like, I'm still not even remotely Italian, but, you know, I'm here too. I mean, Tracy Smothers is a great wrestler. And Tommy Rich, who actually isn't part of this, or is it Tommy Rich? Yeah, it is Tommy Rich, who isn't part of the segment, but he's walking down with them. Their manager is walking down with them. And here we go. Our second and first match of the evening. If that makes sense. Our second to last and first match of the evening. There we are. The tag team titles. In one hell of a brawl focused around the Dudley Boys trying to overpower and then the FBI trying to work around the power of the Dudley Boys, the Dudley Boys are able to pick up the victory. This match is a brawl. It is a fight. The Dudley Boys not one for, you know, technical prowess. Tracy Smothers and Guido, they're kind of technical guys. One sec here, folks. So many interruptions these past couple episodes, you know? It's not good. It's not good. But anyways, the FBI, you know, they're smaller guys. They kind of work more on the technical side. They work down their bigger opponents, but there's no working down the Dudleys, let's be honest. They're two monsters of men. So I get something in my throat. Oh, God. No, I think I'm okay. Oh, good God. Yeah, sorry. So, yeah, the FBI, there's no working them down. So all they can try to do is outrun the Dudley Boys and outpace the Dudley Boys. Leads to a lot of the Dudleys. I think, like, Devon goes for a swing, and Guido kind of ducks around the back, and then Devon tries to elbow him over the back, and Guido ducks behind again, you know, trying to wear out the bigger guys and maybe work away on them. And it works to some degree. The Dudley Boys are definitely kind of off pace a little bit. They're not destroying, as Bubba likes to say. It's a lot more of a, they need to be a lot smarter about their actions because every single action that they take, the FBI are chipping away at their stamina. And the longer that this match goes, the closer the FBI are going to be at victory. They're just the smaller, more technically fit guys. But Bubba comes in and is just able to unload, quite frankly. Like, there's no specific thing that happens where the Dudleys take over and then Bubba's able to just get going. It's just Bubba comes in, tag, kind of gets worked down a little bit, and he just says, nah, fuck this, and just goes all out and starts laying into Smothers. Just shot after shot after shot after shot, and then, you know, in mixed into the match, stuff like that, you know, there's, like, trash cans and, like, baseball bats, you know, ECW stuff. And then as Bubba's getting going or whatever, you know, Smothers tags in Guido. Guido works away on Bubba a little bit. And then Bubba tags in Devon, and the two of them double team up on Guido. And then Smothers tries to come in, but at this point Guido's already down. So they double team Smothers. They toss him out of the ring. And Bubba gets legal. And he And he stops. And he looks over at Smothers on the outside. And he looks at Guido there on the mat. And he looks at Devon. Pushes him ever so slightly. 1, 2, 3. Devon, get the tables. Devon goes outside of the ring, pulls out a lovely wooden table, sets it up in the ring, and Smothers gets back to his feet and runs in and tries to make the save. But Devon picks up Smothers in a powerbomb and powerbombs him from inside the ring to outside the ring. Holy fuck. Before turning around, picking up Guido, who's kind of starting to get up on his feet. You know, he's starting to feel a little bit. He's just been unloaded on by Bubba. Tosses him off the ropes, throws him up for a flapjack, and Bubba catches him out of the flapjack into a cutter. 3D Dudley Death Drop, the cover. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, we have new tag team champions of the world. We go backstage, and we see Tommy Dreamer, and he's there with his lovely girlfriend, Beulah McGillicuddy. And Tommy talks about Rob Van Dam and their matchup next, and he says, tonight's an opportunity. Tonight is a situation that not a lot of dudes get to be put in. You know, I talk about being the heart and soul of this company sometimes, and occasionally I think maybe I'm not. You know, I'm not as popular as somebody like Bam Bam Bigelow. I'm not as well known as somebody like Bam Bam Bigelow. I'm not as crazy as Sabu. I don't have the title like Shane Douglas. And quite frankly, I'm not as entertaining as Rob Van Dam. But what I do have is this. He points to his heart, and he says, this is the one thing that makes me stand out from everybody else. And respect everybody else, from your Tazes to your Jerry Lynns, all the way down to your Blue Meanies. Everybody here fights for a reason. I'm the only one who this place is the reason he fights. Building up this week, everywhere I've gone, it's been the same question. Tommy, you really think you can beat RVD? And let's be honest, RVD is insane. The things he can do, he's athletic, he's smart, he's entertaining, he's technically sound, he can get hardcore, he can do everything. But RVD doesn't have the heart that I have. RVD doesn't have a reason to fight like I do. His reason is to go somewhere else, but guess what? The grass always seems greener on the other side. And that's most likely true for almost everybody, but not me. My heart will always be here, no matter what happens. This isn't just where I work. This isn't just where I wrestle. This isn't just where I get cut open and I bleed all over the mat. This is home. This is my home. This is our home. And it's a home I'm willing to fight for. Jerry Lynn cuts a promo. Jerry Lynn gets on the mic and he says, so, you know, I've been hearing recently that, like, Chris Candido has a problem with me. Chris Candido and Lance Storm both have problems with me. They've attacked me on numerous occasions. And Candido finally starts explaining why he doesn't like me. He says because I'm old and I'm taking away the young guys' opportunities. You know, the opportunity that people strive for here in ECW. I'm going to be fair. I'm not that old. And something I find interesting, actually, Chris, is the fact that you have gotten more opportunity elsewhere. Where somebody like I really haven't. Yeah, I was in WCW for a solid amount of time, but I wasn't able to really be myself. They put me under a mask. That didn't let me be Jerry Lynn. That didn't let me be the best me I can be. But you, Chris, you were in the big leagues. You were in the WWF with your buddy, whatever the hell his name was, Zip or something like that, and your wife. You were in your element. You had your opportunity, and you blew it. So you come to a place like this, and you try to take opportunity away from people who've never seen that type of thing. It's one thing to do that, Chris, and it's another thing to start taking beef with somebody like me because you feel that way about me, when realistically, you are the problem here. Chris Candido, you are a hypocrite. You want to know somebody who needs the opportunity, somebody who hasn't gotten the opportunity? Lance Storm. That guy next to you, not you, Chris, that guy next to you, he has never gotten the opportunity to stand on a big stage. And he goes out there every single night, works his ass off, and proves why he should. But they won't listen. They won't see. Lance, to be honest, me and you aren't all that different. But you are a scumbag. You associate with scumbags. And it's time I take out the trash. Some words there from Jerry Lynn. Holy shit, he's so good. Backstage, sitting around in his locker room, it's Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam, you know, he cuts a promo on Dreamer and the main event match, which is up next. Actually, well, RVD's going to do an entrance, so it'll be out up next, but you get my drift. And he says, Dreamer, you talked about opportunity. This is an opportunity for me, too. It's an opportunity to get out of this place. Get out of this small market, because quite frankly, Dreamer, I've been a big fish in a small pond for far too long. It's time for me to get out to a real company, a place where the title belts aren't just plastic belts, plastic mock-ups of somebody else's titles who mean more. It's time to go after real titles, fight real competition. And Tommy, you asked the question if you could beat me, and I think you know the answer. You can't. You can go on about your heart and whatnot, whatever that means. When push comes to shove, skill beats heart. Dreamer, look at yourself for a minute. Wherever you are, sitting there in your t-shirt and your sweatpants, and then look at me. See what I'm wearing. You see this singlet? I am a wrestler. You are exactly the type of guy who should be the heart and soul of this company. You're just any other guy. You're not special. You know you're not special. You almost brand yourself like you're not special. You walk around wearing something that somebody who sits on their couch for 90% of their day would wear. All you need is a bag of chips and congratulations, you're every single person in the crowd. You are not special. I am special. I am Rob Van Dam. Damn it. And I am the whole fucking show. I hope you're ready, Tommy. I really hope you're ready. And Dreamer makes his way to the ring, and he looks around at the crowd. He takes it in. I mean, he takes in the fact that he fights for these people. He fights for these people. They are, he said it himself, they are his heart. And he is their heart in return. And the main event of the evening, to decide if Rob Van Dam will be leaving the company or not. In a bout that had great wrestling and good heat, Rob Van Dam defeats Tommy Dreamer in 2055 by pinfall with a 5-star frog splash. The match focuses around Dreamer trying with everything he has to beat RVD. And Dreamer is quite the competent athlete. But Rob Van Dam is everything he said he is. He's talent. He can high fly. He's solid technically. He's entertaining. He looks good, I guess. He is a wrestler. He is special. And Dreamer fights with all the heart in his body. Everything he can give, he gives. He kicks out of crazy shit. What the hell is RVD's coast-to-coast thing called? The Van... Is that the Van Terminator? Because, okay, Van Sarah Connor is... What is Van Sarah Connor? I don't know. Because there's the... Okay, there's Van Daminator, which is just the kick with the chair. The Van... Terminator, the Van Sarah Connor. One of those two, I think it's the Van Terminator, which is his coast-to-coast thing. You know, Dreamer kicks out of that. He kicks out of nasty chair shots. He fights out of submission holds, because Rob Van Dam is, again, technically proficient. He's everything you want in a talent. And Dreamer just finds a way to hit back. RVD at one point literally looks like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? This guy is giving me this trouble? Come on, Rob, come on, just put him away, right? Just put him away. And he can't just put him away. Dreamer fights out, he kicks out. Dreamer's brawling style against Van Dam's high-flying, quick-pace offense, Dreamer just takes a hit, gives a hit. And, you know, Van Dam hits a 5-star frog splash, and Dreamer kicks. And Van Dam's like, what the fuck? Are you what? And Dreamer fires back, just shot. You know what I mean? He's a brawler, really, Tommy Dreamer is. He's not great technical-wise. He's a lot like the Dudleys in a way, but he's not as big. He can go a little bit longer. He's got that stamina. He's got that heart. But eventually, Van Dam just flips the switch to another level. Takes control of the match. Doesn't allow Tommy to get anything in for the last 2-3 minutes of this match. Takes complete control. Van Daminator. Rolling Thunder. Split-legged moonsault. Whatever the hell that's called. The top rope split-legged moonsault thing. That might be a thing. That might be a Van something. I'm not sure. I should really look these all up because they're all really cool and I'd like to get them all right. And actually I won't need to because Rob Van Dam is leaving ECW. It's a pretty damn good show. Were there really 15 dudes on this show? I only counted 8. Am I stupid? Paul, the FBI. Oh, the managers probably count. Hold on. Managers as a Bill. That's still like under 10 dudes. Oh, commentators probably count. If the managers count. Who else would count? I don't know. That's weird. I thought I was under. Huh. Okay. Strange. Oh man. Hombre sin nombre. Ha ha. Yeah, RVD's gone, guys. Or, well, that's what that says there. Not exactly there, but he won the match. He's free to go. He is free to go. I gotta switch CyberSlam back to Hardcore TV. I gotta remember that. What's going on around the world? Really nothing much at all. Interesting. Yeah. I will see you guys next time. We're gonna try to figure out where we are now. Dreamer fought hard. That's all I can say. He fought hard, he tried. But sometimes you try your best and you don't succeed. That's life. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Silly Talk. Signing out.